Welcome back to our channel, RV Life with Cat and Mr. B. Today we're getting another thing off of Cat's bucket list. Something I've never done. Lived in Tuscumbia my whole life, or muscle shows around, well, not my whole life, until I was 23 and she took me away.
You were 27.
Oh, okay, 27. And I never came to Ivy Green. So we are going to see Ivy Green in Tuscumbia, Helen Keller's birthplace. Right, Cat?
So excited to do this today.
Yes. So come along with us on the journey and join us, and hopefully we can take some good pictures. It's Mr. B here. We're just barely making this tour. If we made it, we're in Tuscumbia, Alabama. I was born in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Welcome to our RV channel, RV Life with Cat and Mr. B. I'm walking up to Helen Keller's birthplace right now. Cat's already up there because I think the tour starts at 3. And we'll be back in a few minutes.
Helen graduates in 1904 at 24 years old, Flylady with honors, and got her degree in literature and fine arts. And she had already wrote her famous book, still in publication today, her first book, Story of My Life.
She just fed it. She threw food, potatoes everywhere. So let's see what this says.
You need to talk to her.
All the china and the silver and the sugar chest to the left.
Huh? Let's just do our own. That's where the famous food fight was in the movie, the actual room. If you remember seeing the movie, this is where it happened. Nice little room.
Family always lived in this home. We have three original pieces.
But even if in that sense he was a butcher...
And a drunk half the walk.
Agreed, Father. If his own people said he was, I
Well,
can't...
what did you find to admire in such a man, Jimmy? The drunkenness or the butchery?
Neither, Father, only the fact that he beat us.
He didn't.
Is it your contention we won the war, sir?
He didn't beat us at Vicksburg. We lost Vicksburg by stupidity verging on treason.
Well, I would have said we lost Vicksburg because Grant was one thing no Yankee general was before him.
Drunk? I doubt him.
Obstinate.
Obstinate? But did any of them compare even in that with old Stonewall? If he'd been there, we'd still have Vicksburg.
Well, the butcher simply wouldn't give up. He tried 4 ways of getting around Vicksburg.
He wouldn't have got around if we'd had a Southern command instead of a half-breed Yankee trader like Pemberton. All through the war, proved he didn't have the matter there.
Annie, you see, she's accustomed to helping herself from our place to whatever she wants.
Yes, but I'm not accustomed to it.
Of course not. Barney!
Jimmy, give her something to quiet her.
But her table manners are the best she has.
A letter this time, Miss Sullivan. It's the only way we get any adult conversation. I'll get you another plate.
I have a plate, thank you. Barney! I'm afraid what Captain Keller says is only too true. You see, she'll persist in this till
I have a plate. Nothing's wrong with the plate. I intend to keep it.
You see why they took Vicksburg?
Miss Sullivan, one plate or another is hardly a matter of struggle to deprive child about.
Oh, I'd sooner have a more heroic issue myself.
Now, I really must insist that you... Now she's hurt herself.
No, she hasn't.
Will you please let her hands go?
Miss Annie, you don't know the child well enough.
I know an ordinary tantrum well enough when I see one and a badly spoiled child.
Here, here.
Miss Sullivan, you'd have more understanding of your pupil if you had some pity in you.
Pity for this tyrant. The whole house turned by a wind. Is there anything she wants she doesn't get? I'll tell you what I pity. That the sun won't rise and set for her all of her life, and every day you're telling her it will. What you and your pity do when you're under the strawberries, Captain Keller.
Kate, for the love of heaven, will you tell...
Miss Annie, I don't think it serves to lose our... Does you good, that's all. It's less trouble to feel sorry for her than it is to teach her anything better.
I fail to see where you taught anything yet, Miss Sullivan.
I'll begin this minute if you'll leave the room.
Please.
Everyone, please.
Miss Sullivan, you're here only as a paid teacher, nothing more.
I can't unteach her 6 years of pity if you can't stand up to one tantrum. Old Stonewall, indeed.
I'm gonna video some of this.
This room is where her half sister is sleeping.
Okay.
Okay.
This was a bedroom, right?
Yeah, this was the bedroom for her sister.
Did you sign the book?
I did. Oh, you can sign the book?
Sure you can. Sign the book.
She was something.
Give me a smile, Crimson Tide.
That's awesome.
All right.
Oh, look, they have a stamp. What is this? This very spoon was given at Anne on occasion for marriage. Such holidays. That he's passing to the Okay, that's Polly Thompson. That's an actual picture. That's Polly Thompson. That was her secretary. And this right here was actually Anne Sullivan, I believe. Yeah, Anne Sullivan and Helen when she was younger.
It looks like they made a stamp out of it.
You're making a cookie.
Yeah, no.
And look at this bust.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. Well, here's Patty Duke.
Yeah.
Because she played the part. And look how little she was. There she is.
See?
Oh, yeah. And look, look at this likeness of her at the well, Larry.
I did. I just got it in video.
That's so cool. And look, here's Patty Duke. A picture of Patty Duke touching her hand. Her little hand, figuring out that that's water. You are awfully jerky, baby.
No,
You gotta go nice and slow.
I don't have to. But I'm trying to do an unprofessional job.
Look how happy she is meeting everybody.
Should I get him out here? Would you like to see it there? Maybe I should just get him out in the corner. I'll let him stroll down here. He probably would like to get out anyway.
That's so cool. Wow, look at that huge dog she had.
So many pictures.
Look at this was a big farm.
Yeah. Look at all the books.
So these are the books she wrote? Where do you see books?
I don't know, there's books
Oh,
there.
down there.
Probably
Yeah.
just books she read.
No, I think these are books she wrote, see?
Well, did
They
they say?
don't, you can't buy them anymore.
Okay. Yeah, they are the ones she wrote.
Mm-hmm. It's turning my life.
Look at that picture over with her German Shepherd.
Yeah. Look, she has a giant dog over there.
I saw it.
This is her grandfather.
Look, this is when the paper used to be called the Tri-Cities Daily instead of the Times Daily.
Yeah?
Here's it in Miracle Worker in
Japanese?
poster. Yeah.
Oh, that's a little doggy. Philip Brooks, that's her little brother, Philip Brooks Keller. With Viney. What do they call him? Viney, nurse, younger. Helen and sister Helen. Ann Sullivan, Helen, and Polly, her assistant. And that says, to Mr. Robertson, with kindest regards, Helen Keller. She actually wrote that. And that's Ann, and that's Polly's signatures.
Your silver tea set in the back left corner is your oldest pieces in the house. Close to 300 years old.
This must have been the music room.
This is the parlor.
The parlor.
The parlor. The photographs on the round table right here are Helen at age 7. And over the red sofa are Captains Arthur H. and Kate Adams Keller. Helen, age 8, read Braille. Her teacher, Annie Sullivan, who arrived here in 1887. Helen and her sister, Mildred. I don't know where those pictures are, but anyway. And
Okay, was this Helen's room?
this is Helen's room, and it's got her clothes hanging in the little wardrobe. Those
Yeah.
are dresses from different years that she wore. It's pretty cool. Let's see what it says. The quilt was made by Helen's aunt, Caroline Keller, over 100 years ago. The clothing are Helen and Mrs. Keller's handmade Chinese rug, which was a Christmas gift. And the picture over the mantel, she was 13 years old. The photograph on the dresser is Philip Brooks Keller, her brother, Phillips Brooks. And Helen had a sister, Mildred, and 2 half-sisters, James and Simpson. Let's go upstairs. It was Annie Sullivan's and Helen's trunk room. So, I guess there was a cot in here for her. Is that a little cot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bench.
Mm-hmm. That's a little school bench.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all original. All the stuff is original in the other room.
That's the trunk room.
Mm-hmm. That's where they put all their traveling clothes. Where they would sew and make clothes. You think those are her little clothes from when she was little? Maybe not. You know what? No, this is Annie's room. Because that's a cot for Helen. This must be Annie's room. That other
There's
must
a
be her
little
brother's
desk.
room. Yeah, that other must have been her brother's room. Because it had a double desk in it. And they said 98% of the furniture in this house is original. This is where her little hand was when she was 7 years old.
Yeah.
And she remembered from the time she was 19 months old, she remembered water. She remembered water, so she called it Wawa, because she could think 19 months old is when she lost her sight and her hearing, and she remembered Wawa. That's so exciting to me. And that's when it made sense to her that that was water. And then all the words came tumbling in. She learned so many words in such a short period of time, and which is so impressive. And it turns out that her IQ was like 160, so she was a genius. Anyway, it's been a wonderful day here, and we hope that you come join us and do this on your own. It's great.
All right, come. No, she's not here. Come. W-A-T-E-R, what? Has a name. W-A-T-E-R. Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Ground. Yes. Pump. Yes. Mrs. Keller! Mrs. Keller! Yes. Mother! Papa! She knows! Papa! Teacher. 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 Love. Helen. Forever. And ever.
I guess that says that's the cook's bedroom. And that is the kitchen. So this is the kitchen. Oh, here's the kitchen. Oh yeah, that's so cool. This is the kitchen where all the cooking went on, I guess. And this was the cook's bedroom. So he had his own little bedroom with a spinning wheel. And what is this?
This is just this is where Helen and her parents lived.
It's a little side house
When
beside
she
the
was
big
born.
house.
She was born in this home, and there's some of her little toys and things. And she didn't get sick till she was 19 months old. That's when she lost her.
This is the other side of the room that I showed you earlier. I love the pots under the bed. Huge tree right here. I lived here I lived here my whole growing up life and never came here. Just, you know, I saw the movie and everything, but just, it was right in my backyard. And I never came till David Cat. So we were saving it, God was saving it for a special David Cat. Yeah, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. All the trees, all the birds singing, pretty flowers. Little garden, beautiful little garden. It's such a great day. Careful, Mr. B. All right. And then there's the front yard. Ivy green. No idea what this is. We're gonna go see. It's out behind the house. Of course, I'm sure they didn't have these pretty, neat sidewalks. There's a lizard. Oh, maybe this was a storm cellar. Yeah, that's what it looks like. You need one here sometimes. But it don't really say what it was. It's under the ground. Okay, we're leaving. I did. I took all the whole front yard. All the flowers. All the beautiful garden. View. Sidewalk leaving. That's the whole thing. Helen Keller's birthplace in Tuscumbia, Alabama. Come on, walk down the aisle, Mrs. B.
I got a picture of these beautiful flowers.
Walk down the aisle, Mrs. B. Roll Tide. One little lass.
I think some compromise is called for. Bring her plate. Please! Occasionally, another hand can smooth things out. There. Now, shall we start all over? I think we've started all over.
Don't get up! Don't smooth anything else out from me! Don't interfere in any way! I treat her like a seeing child because I ask her to see! I expect her to see! Don't undo what I do!
Where are you taking her?
To make her fill this picture again. All right. Pump. No, she's not here. Pump. W-A-T-E-R, water. It has a name. W-A-T.
Hey, here we are in front of the well where Helen Keller learned the word water, and that was the beginning of her discovery of life. And she had such a tremendous and wonderful life. We've been so impressed by this visit to Ivy Green. I hope that when you get to Tuscumbia, Alabama, you take the opportunity to take this tour. It's wonderful. And in the meantime, we want to thank you so much for joining us on this day. And if you like this video, please like it and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Share it with your friends. And also, we want to tell you that we enjoyed having you today, and we hope that you have safe travels
and happy
trails.